Hello again, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Chart, and in this Asia update video, we're going to take a look at the Shanghai Composite, the Seng, the India's Nifty 50, and then check in on Weibo and Ctrip, two Chinese ADRs. All right, let's get started here with Shanghai Composite, and it has dropped here over the last week. Let's see if we can get the last. Let's see, the 7th would have been Wednesday. So last Wednesday is when I did the last Asia update. I try to do these every Wednesday. And so here we are closing at 3091.93, and now we've dropped about almost 90 points. Pretty big move here that occurred on Monday, and this was what I was expecting. I believe that we have got A, pullback B, that we broke this trend line, this short-term trend line now. I'm looking for this trend line to break, this counter trend move. I feel like this is just nothing but overlapping waves in a counter trendish type move, and that the next move is going to be down on the Shanghai Composite. That's what I'm looking for. The Seng index has pulled back, like I've talked about, has pulled back a lot more than the Shanghai Composite has. But now I feel like it is starting to come back down this way. And I'm looking for this to come on down and break this trend line also. And my wave count on this is that we've had intermediate wave 1 down, intermediate wave 2 pullback. Let me zoom out of this a little bit. And we're counting this down from a high back up here in April 2015. So here's the bigger picture. I've shown this before. And do I have it? Oh, that's all I've got on the Seng. I know there's more than that. But I believe that we're in a big, we've done a big, large A, B, C, and that we're in a C wave down, and that we've started that, and that this was the first 5-wave impulse down, breaking that whole trend line, breaking that whole trend line here from 2011 low. And then now we've got this pullback that I think is going to come back down this way also. Now, this will start to get confirmed. We've got 3 closes below the 10-day moving average. The blue line is the 10 exponential. The blue-gray is the 21 simple. And this is the 55 simple. On my simple moving averages, I use Fibonacci numbers for the moving averages. So we've now got this close, consecutive closes below here. It looks like it's trying to pull back down. The short-term trend will get a little more confirmed once we have the moving averages crossed. Divergence is showing up in not super strong on this last move in here. So we're just going to continue to watch whether we get movement to the downside here. This is the strongest move in terms of getting below the 10 that we've had in this move since back down here in late June, early July. All right, that's the Seng. Let's take a look at the Nifty 50. And the Nifty 50 almost got to my projection on the intermediate wave 3 in here. I believe we're in the 5th primary move up, 5th and final primary move up. And that within that last 5th move that we are in the 3rd intermediate wave, and I think there's a good chance it may have completed. It didn't quite get to my target, projecting it off of 1, 2, looking for 3 up here around 90.50. Didn't quite get there. It still puts minor wave 5 within intermediate wave 3. It puts that almost equal to 1, the way I've got this wave count. I've got minor wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So now we're looking at intermediate wave 4. So what are we going to get off of intermediate wave 4? I don't think it's going to go much below this pullback in here, 85.50, and it may just kind of chop sideways. We'll just have to watch and see. And then, of course, once intermediate wave 4 completes, then we'll have that 5th and final wave up to the upside. All right, that's the India Nifty 50. I think it was closed. I want to say it was closed today, or it was closed yesterday. Okay, so it was only open Monday and Wednesday. It was closed yesterday. Okay, so that's India. Let's take a look at Ctrip. Now, Ctrip, let's zoom back out of this. This is all the trading on Ctrip, and I apologize for my voice today. I'm fighting the allergies today. I believe we've got 1, 2, 3 primary waves up have been completed, and that we're in a 4th primary wave, corrective wave in here, okay? Now, my target is the way we're pulling back down into the previous 4th wave, which is this pullback in here. Actually, this is the 4th intermediate wave. I mean, it could pull that as far back as that, but really when you look at it, you look at a zone anywhere, let me use the crosshairs, probably I would say between 35, it's a big zone, 35 to 21, it's a big zone, but my target really would be this lower trend line. And where am I getting that? I'm making a parallel line from the top of 1 and 3, drawing a line 1 and 3, projecting a parallel, projecting it out from the bottom of wave 2 and looking for the bottom of wave 4. Now, we've had some pretty big corrective moves in here. I'm expecting that this is still in corrective action and still expecting this to come back down. In the short-term trend, as you can see right here, is definitely to the downside. I mean, we're trading below the 10. It's crossed over. It looks like it's heading back down. I mean, you can see how it broke this short trend line here. So that's the way we're looking for CTRP to continue to pull back in corrective action. And then the last one is Weibo, and we'll take a look at this. This has had some really nice movement in here. Let me zoom back out of this. Look at this low back here in August of last year, August 2015. And we had a really nice strong move coming off of that. And I think we've just completed wave 3, which is a very, very strong move up in here. So I'm now looking for this to pull back into the 31 to 34.5 zone in this area. I've got the trend line projection in here. And the time that I've got in terms of the expectation on the time, it's not showing very well. I'm expecting this to be at greater than 34 days, okay? In terms of how long is it going to take to pull back and how long has it been in corrective mode? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 days already. So I think based on the wave structure that we've got at least another 3.5 weeks, or let's see, 24 days of trading days of pullback left, and it may take longer than that. But this is the zone that I'm targeting, what I'm looking for. But right now, Weibo's in a nice uptrend channel, and we're just looking for this next corrective move, and then I expect at least one more wave up. All right, that's it for today. Hope you found that helpful. If you did, please share it. And if you're not watching this on my website, head on over to the website at joehenches.net. Go. I realized I didn't have it on the Weibo chart. So beyond the chart at joehenches.net. So head on over there. I've got some other things for you to check out also. All right, everyone, have a great rest of the day, and we'll talk to you on the next video this weekend.